Alright guys, welcome Vincent Kane's non-review review. I recently became a big fan of the Alien franchise, and earlier this year I binged every Alien movie there is, including Prometheus, which apparently precedes Alien from 1979. I rewatched Alien Covenant, then I watched the universally loved Aliens by James Cameron. Man, you gotta really give it to James Cameron. Dude's such a beast of a filmmaker that a movie he made more than 40 years ago holds up very, very well in 2025, and this is a movie with no CGI whatsoever. He used practical effects everywhere, and it was perfect. I really understood why everyone likes it. As a newfound Alien mega fan, I've been hyped for Noah Hawley's Alien Earth, but after 3 episodes I'm feeling conflicted. Stunning visuals? Yes. Philosophical depth? Absolutely. But also baffling character choices and pacing that's slower than a facehugger's morning stroll. Let's dissect this cosmic cocktail, and why episode 3 seems to get it right. First, credit where it's due. Noah Hawley, the guy behind Fargo and Legion, he totally nails the aesthetic of the Alien universe. I did like the very beginning of the first episode where it looked like Hawley was paying homage to the very first Alien movie, Ridley Scott's Alien from 1979. I actually thought that was kinda cool. The cassette futurism, CRT monitors, and grimy spaceship corridors are pure Ridley Scott poetry. Episode 1's opening? A perfect homage to the 1979 original. Eerie silence, shadowy corridors, and that iconic sound design. Even the corporate dystopia feels ripped from Blade Runner. Timothy Oliphant's blonde synth literally channels Rutger Hauer's replicant energy. The production design and the cinematography really stands out. It almost feels like you're watching a cinematic movie instead of a TV show. And the philosophical themes? Hawley's obsession with identity and consciousness shines. I liked the little commentary on what consciousness is and what it means to be human, especially regarding the cyborg villain of the show and his little conversation with the kids in adult bodies. The hybrids, terminally ill kids transplanted into synthetic adult bodies, force us to ask, what makes us human? Is morality possible for machines? The cyborg villain Morrow's guilt over sacrificing his crew? Heartbreakingly human. Episode 3's convo between Morrow and the kids about being a machine is Hawley at his Legion-esque best. I like that they tried to give the cyborg villain some character development by making him doubt himself or his justification for allowing his crewmates to be killed by the xenomorph. But damn, the plot holes are gaping enough to fly a spaceship through. So, why send kids to a xenomorph crash site? The first 2 episodes of Alien Earth were honestly a bit lackluster. A lot of things just didn't make sense. Especially the decision to send a bunch of kids to a crashed spaceship with a xenomorph on the loose. Prodigy Corp dispatching child synthetics to retrieve acid-blooded monsters is like sending kindergartners to defuse a nuke. Even Forbes called this, and I quote, bafflingly stupid. Then there's Wendy's brother obsession. The lead character Wendy was like, way too obsessed with her brother. I mean, I guess it served the purpose of the story, but you gotta admit that it was just borderline creepy. Her constant spying on Joe, or Hermit, feels less like sibling love and more like Yandere stalker. Honestly, it's a pretty weak excuse to drive the plot. And let's not forget, Episode 1's slow burn dread totally clashes with Episode 2's chaotic Marie Antoinette party massacre, where a xenomorph kills partygoers while 6 understaffed soldiers basically yawn nearby. Oh, and don't even get me started on the weird pop culture references, characters quoting Ice Age in 2120, Peter Pan allegories that just completely misfire. It shatters immersion faster than a chestburster through ribs. Thankfully, Episode 3, called Metamorphosis, course corrects hard. Episode 3 honestly seems better than the previous episodes, and here's why it works. Wendy versus Xenomorph, she actually beheads one in an off-screen combat. A brutal, aliens-worthy moment that finally makes her a badass. Then there's Morrow's moral crisis. Babu Sisay's cyborg grapples with his humanity while hacking kids' brains. It's like Anton Chigurh meets David the Android, terrifying and tragic. Plus there's New Lore the Tadpole xenomorph scene, a squirming thing that's somewhere between a facehugger and a chestburster. It's gloriously disgusting. This 3rd episode delivers the xenomorph deathmatch fans wanted for years while actually deepening the themes. And even the Metallica-backed credits with Wherever I May Roam totally slap. I don't really have a lot more to say beyond that. Let's just hope Episode 4 gets even better. So, is Alien Earth worth your time? Well, yes. But, temper your expectations. Hawley's ambition outweighs execution, at least for now. If you loved Prometheus's big ideas despite its flaws, you'll probably appreciate this. But if you just want xenomorph carnage, you might want to stick to James Cameron's Aliens. As a franchise fan, I'm sticking around. Because when this show works, it's honestly the Alien prequel we've craved since Covenant. Now, if you're looking for something even better than Alien Earth, check out Star Wars Nullspawn Rising. Imagine Star Wars if it had the action and intensity of Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and Bleach anime combined. Jedi Master Mace Windu battles a force-devouring horror deadlier than Darth Bane, Darth Plagueis, and Darth Nihilus combined. Lightsabers clash, domains expand, it's chaos in the best possible way. Or if you want something more fantastical but with anime-like action, check out Champions of the Gods. In Champions of the Gods, 4 mortals chosen by warring gods battle across dimensions to control reality itself. Think Bleach meets American Gods with a superhero flair. Links are in the description. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.